Shalom, shalom. This is Akuti Kasida. I hope everybody's doing fine. If you're not, you will be soon. I wanted to talk about something that I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time. I didn't really know how to start the conversation off. I've, attempted to begin this conversation on Facebook. Some people agree with me, some people don't, especially a lot of the men. First of all, let me tell you what the topic is. The topic is the reconciliation of black men and women. Okay, and it goes deeper than just, men disrespecting women and women disrespecting men. Let me just come out and say it. I think that black women and black men, their relationship has been ruined. We have to take responsibility for our own actions, but I don't think it's solely our fault. I think society and slavery and the civil rights movement, all the things that black people go through, I think it is a direct influence on the way that we treat each other. Black women have had to step up and be men in their own houses because black men weren't stepping up to the plate. And it's so easy for me or any other black woman to point the finger and say, y'all don't do nothing but stand on street corners, and y'all don't do nothing but sell drugs and do drugs, and you don't take care of your children and yada yada. That's true. That is very true. And that's sole responsibility on your part. But I am also intelligent enough to know that this thing that you are, this person you've become, this irresponsible 2% of a man, is not a direct result of you being you. It's a result of the way that you were raised, the people you were around. And I'm not placing blame on your friends and your family, because they are the way that they are because of the system that black people have been forced to live in. And putting the shoe on the other foot, I hear a lot of brothers nowadays complaining about the behaviors and actions of the sisters. They need to be more ladylike. They're hoes. They, all kinds of negative, unappealing things that brothers like to point out and blame the sister, when in actuality, I feel like 95% of the things that are wrong with black women are the black man's fault. But it's only the black man's fault because of what the white man, pushed on him and did to him, which is something that I don't believe is just, babble bull crap. I honestly do believe that with all my heart. I don't know if I have enough time or passion at the moment to get deep into it in this video, but if I do, great, and if I don't, maybe I'll elaborate in a future video. But take for example, there was a brother a few weeks ago, and he did a post about black women. He was talking about, black women are ridiculous, dressing like hoes and wearing shorts up their butt and stuff. And I agree. You need to take responsibility for your own actions, okay? Cover your behind and stop putting your breast on a platter. But you really have to be honest. If you want to be a woman and you want to be a man and you want to get to the bottom of things, you got to be honest. Why do black women dress like that? It's not because they're hoes. It's not because they're loose. It's because we are honestly a reflection of you. And if you, tell us verbally or even through your actions that that's what you want, that's what you like, and that's what is appealing to you by being your counterparts and loving you the way that we do, we subconsciously give it to you. If I tell brothers all the time, if you stop responding to that type of behavior, and those types of actions, if you don't have to tell a girl, man, you look like a hoe or whatever. Just if men started to tell sisters, pull her to the side and say, sis, you know what, I really don't appreciate you being out here like that. That's really unattractive. You need to cover up. You're too beautiful for that. I guarantee you, if enough brothers tell enough sisters that enough times, her behavior and her actions, her ways will start to change. A lot of women will start to change, but men don't see it that way. First of all, they don't want to take responsibility for creating the monsters they created, and they don't want to be apologetic, which I feel would be a big help in this reconciliation between black men and black women. Now, on the other hand, black women, oh, here we go. What we've done to the black man. We've put you down. We've tried to be the men in the relationships, but you have to understand that there was a certain point in time where we had to fend for ourselves, because at the time where our men, our reflections, our counterparts were supposed to stand up and fend for us, defend us, fight for us, and have our backs, point blank period, honey, you weren't there. And yes, a lot of black women, I don't think they knowingly, but I think they very well subconsciously resent you for that. I mean, I resent brothers for that, knowingly. I've laid the cards on the table, and I've realized this to be true, and I've acknowledged this, that, and the other, and I've said, oh, that's messed up, I don't like that. But I try not to carry hate in my heart, and then, you know, I don't want you to feel like, well, that's not all brothers. Well, it's enough. It's enough for me to say, yeah, it's all of you. Because if it's not all of you, the ones who were messing up and acting a fool and not doing what they were supposed to do, this small percentage off to the side, talking about that's not me, that's not me. Well, my ideology is, well, where the hell were you? You know, where were you when good black women were looking for comfort and masculinity, and they wanted to be a woman, but the men they were with weren't stepping up to the plate, and they kept getting these kind of men back to back to back? Where were you? Where were you? So, you know, you can tell me about Santa Claus all you want, but I ain't never seen him, so I don't believe in him. But then again, like I said, sole responsibility is due where it's due, but I'm intelligent enough to know that through history and our past and through slavery and the system that we are forced to live under, I know that is not all your fault. It's not. And I think that what we need to do, we need to work together and figure some things out, and we need to work separately and figure some things out and work on ourselves as black men and black women separately. We need to, first of all, I think it's good to point fingers. It's good to point fingers at each other and then back at ourselves and say, I'm kind of responsible for that, you're right, because I do treat shorties like that. When they come walking around in shorts and stuff, I lick my lips and I tell them they looking good. That perpetuates that behavior and those actions. And women can say, well, yeah, I used to be in my man's face telling him that I didn't need him and I can do this by myself, but at the same time, he wasn't doing this, that, and the other, and the fourth and third and second. We need to look at what made us this way, what made our parents this way, who put this in our heads to treat each other this way. Because if I look back in history, it wasn't too long ago, back when Miss Coretta Scott and her husband were together and he was alive and well, that we treated each other respectfully. We took up for each other, we loved each other, we were marrying each other. That wasn't that long ago. So what the hell happened so quick, fast, in a hurry to now we're acting the way that we're acting? That's not natural. People just don't change that fast and that drastically. We have to examine the situation and we have to come up with a solution that we all agree on and that will work, and we have to stick to it. Unity is the only way that we can fix the broken homes and communities in the black community. We have to work together. We have to be honest with each other. We have to agree, and we have to stop disagreeing on things that don't matter. So, brothers, sisters, leave your comments. Let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree, what kind of solutions you think that we might have. Please, no disrespectful, irate comments. I will delete them and block you. Peace and love. Y'all be cool, but that's how I feel about it. Shalom, shalom.